He accidentally found a secret in the wedding photo. His wife's two fingers overlapped each other. This meant their marriage was not valid. Truman didn't expose his wife. He pretended everything was normal, but after his wife left, he immediately followed behind her. Truman arrived at her hospital, then was blocked by a nurse. The nurse said she was in surgery. Truman pretended to leave, but after the nurse left, he immediately came back again. Truman quickly followed the nurse, but met a man in the hallway. The man tried to block him with a rack. Truman pushed the rack behind him. Finally, Truman reached the operating room door. However, what awaited him was a poorly acted performance. The surgeon raised his knife, but the sedated patient suddenly sat up. Truman noticed the strange moment, and his discovery was just the tip of the iceberg. The next morning, Truman drove to work. Suddenly, a stage light fell from the sky. It startled him badly. He walked over and picked it up, then looked up at the sky. He didn't understand why, but he began to doubt the world. He walked to work as usual. A familiar yet strange face made him stop walking. It was his father who died years ago. At that moment, a nearby stranger rushed over and quickly carried his father away. He tried to follow, but a crowd stopped him. Finally, he watched his father leave helplessly. Truman started to realize everything seemed carefully arranged. Everything around him seemed to repeat every day. He found a place to sit, then began watching the world. Truman was about to leave. Suddenly, a bus stopped in front of him. At that moment, he remembered a green car would pass behind him. He confidently turned and stopped the car. Truman became more certain. To test his discovery, he suddenly started running, then quickly ran back and entered a building he'd never visited. Seeing Truman appear, everyone looked nervous. When the elevator opened, it was not an elevator. It was a hidden backstage area. To control the situation, the guard threw Truman out. Truman was very angry and smacked a stranger's butt. He quickly found his best friend, but never expected his friend was also an actor. Actually, in this entire world, everyone except Truman was acting. Truman was born on Sea Haven Island. It was a giant set made for him. 5,000 cameras worked non-stop. For 30 years, he lived under surveillance. Millions watched his birth. Hundreds of countries saw him crawl. His every move was broadcast live. He had no privacy at all. And this show was called The Truman Show. But even the best shows must end someday.